The day that I moved into my first rectory as a priest in Marshalltown, there was also another priest moving in that very same day. And we were at very different stages in our priesthood. I was just beginning my priestly ministry and he was ending his, at least as an active priest. He was just retired and now moving in with us to be a part of our community. And I was always surprised, or maybe not surprised, but just kind of wondered at his ability to always have something new to do, to always have something that he was going to be working on, a project, or he was always growing. He's always growing in his faith, always growing in what he's reading, just wanting to continue to grow in his life. And I don't think that's so much of a surprise for us when we think about that drive that each and every one of us has within us to continue to move forward, to keep growing in one way or another. That even when we have some rest, we know that it's time to go back, to keep moving forward. And that should be especially true for us in our spiritual lives. I think so often we can get to a point where we're like, when am I going to be maybe done with this? You know, when I was young, it was like, when am I going to get to the part where I can stop doing religious ed classes? Or even in seminary, there was kind of like a finish line to get to ordination. And then I was like, all right, that's it, I'm done. But now it's like, okay, there's more work each and every day. And it's a good lesson for us that we're always moving forward and we're always called to grow. St. Paul encourages the Thessalonians in the first reading today to continue to grow in love for each other and for God, that they might be blameless in holiness. And Jesus, almost giving us a warning, tells us to be like the good servant who, when the master comes, finds him working, doing his works, and not being lazy like the wicked servant who has kind of forgotten the master's return. That is what our call is not necessarily just to be, to get to a certain point and say, okay, I'm good, this is it. Our call is not just to be a good person. Our call is not just to be a nice person. We could be good or nice and not have any religion at all. Our call is to be holy, to each day conform our lives to Jesus, to each day continue to grow in that relationship with the Lord, to each day continue to do the works of the Lord by reaching out to the poor, by praying for other people, by doing the works of mercy. That is how we are called to continue to grow each and every day. And so we ask the Lord that for that grace today even, just to grow a little bit in our relationship with him, to grow in holiness today, because we're called to be saints. We're called to be saints with him in heaven. That when the master comes, when he comes at the end of our lives or at the end of time, that he might find us doing his works, and that we might be saints with him forever in heaven.